Pisces, welcome to a reading for you guys for February. If you have a Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, if your mom's a Pisces, if your partner's a Pisces, if you just want to watch a Pisces video for what's coming up February 2025, you are super welcome here. We're going to get a little bit of an overview with a couple of oracle cards, and then we'll do a full Celtic cross to see themes. What's coming up, what you can be aware of, what you might want to steer clear of, you know, the whole gamut. All right, Pisces, February 2025. What do you guys have going on? We will just jump right in here. This is an Archangel deck by Dorian Virtue. Angels are incredible to work with at all times, but I love using these for monthly readings. It can kind of be like your angel buddy to call on, work with, talk to, access all the other angels who are always there to work with you at any time, at any point. You need a little extra help. Let's face it, we could probably all use a little extra help these days. Okay, Pisces, February 2025. What do you got? The threshold. Ooh, girl, you are on the cusp of something big. You can feel it. You know it. This is like about to burst. You absolutely could be having a baby. You could be getting married. You could be moving. There could be some like really big life event that you've been working towards that you know is coming up that you are right about to step into and kind of on that pivot point between both worlds. There could be a lot of feelings for you this month, Pisces, and always our Pisces friends are most sensitive, beautiful, psychic, open-hearted, sweetest sign of the zodiac, feels all of the feels, but they might feel on edge a little bit, that edge that you feel when things are like changing really big time. And even though it feels exciting, something that you're stepping into is big, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's like next steps, you're leveling up. This is a whole new horizon for you. It's also leaving behind everything that you knew before, which is a lot. I feel like this is a whole new chapter for you, Pisces. Let's see how this relates to the rest of your reading. But there's growth here. There's exceptional expansion. There's a real feeling of like flying off a cliff into what you're excited to take on next chapter. Okay, next card. Oh, well, there you go, grieve. And this is like, I feel like this is really encouraging. Is the spirit holding your hand to say the more that you let go of, the more that you release, the more that you let slide away, you leave more room for things that are coming to you, for the things that you've manifested. Our tears literally are physiologically so healthy for us as well. Like the more that we cry, the more that we honor our heart, the more it just helps us move through emotion. So this isn't to say sad things are coming in any way. This month, this is a real encouragement to take all parts with you on the journey forward. Sometimes it can be really scary to move into a next big chapter, especially when it's about success, especially when it's about shining our brightest, especially when you're like up leveling. So there could really be something that you are leaving behind and just really needing to like tend to in a really beautiful way as you close that door, as you close that chapter, as you thank it for whatever it brought you. Maybe it was a happy chapter, maybe it was a sad chapter. But either way, you can grieve a sad chapter. It was the life that you had. It was the person that you were. And sometimes what's coming to mind is like sometimes the happier and better things get, if you have had a really hard time before then, it makes you really tender to what you didn't have for a long time previously. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, that might sound like a lot of words. But anyway, Pisces, this is encouragement from Spirit this month to lean into supporting yourself, loving yourself, and giving yourself time to grieve actively because it's going to help you feel better. You'll feel better doing it. What archangel wants to be with you this month? Well, there you go. Angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Oh, Pisces, just so on brand, so on message, so in alignment right off the bat here. So Archangel Raphael, if you work with angels, if you talk to angels, fab. If not, and you're feeling shy, or you don't know where to start, consider just working with this one particular angel through February. Practice like if you need anything, if you want anything, if you're having a tough time, if emotions are overwhelming, if the threshold of what you are stepping into feels big or scary or undoable, Think about your archangel this month. Call on Archangel Raphael to help you, support you, be there for you in whatever way you want. Do you want to be held while you cry? Do you want that parking space right at the beginning of right at the front of the restaurant so you can walk in feeling fresh and your best, and you know, whatever it is that would help you feel supported and loved and cared for, big or small. Give it to your angels, particularly Raphael this month, and just see what happens. It's like a really fun game to play. Like, knock, knock, who is there? It's me, your archangel. Okay, archangel jokes. Let me just go ahead and do this a little bit and do this a little bit. And just set the cards over here. We'll do some clarifiers with this. I know I need some better light, but for now it is what it is. Okay, all the decks are linked below in case you want to check them out. This is the Lioness Oracle Tarot. So it's one of my favorites. It's just absolutely so beautiful. Pisces, what is your central theme, central energy for the month of February? Not surprised at all. So the Five of Cups is really in reverse. The theme for you for this month, Pisces, is where are you focusing your emotional energy? Are you focused on cup half full or cup half empty? This is leaning two ways for me. Immediately, I'm sensing that both are really present here. So pick or choose, or be encouraged or be guided by whichever one you feel most affinity to. There's a group of people here that are going to be actively stepping out of the disappointment they've been focused on. This month is going to be about really feeling your feels, but also very engaged in the next step, honoring where you're at, feeling the grief, allowing support, allowing help, but really focusing on what's coming, stepping out of that, being active in community, being active in where you need to go and what you want to do. And the other group is being averse to moving forward, kind of stuck in the feels, unable to kind of like get out of the funk and not really wanting to, not knowing quite how to move forward. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier here just right off the bat for your central theme, central energy, Pisces, for the month of February. Anything in particular we can know or would support Pisces in understanding their central energy here for the month of February? Beautiful. It's just on brand. It's just exactly what we've been talking about. The world is a really big completion, a really big celebration. It's the end of a very long cycle. It's the end of a very complete cycle. There's a lot that you've learned, a lot that you've gone through. You can celebrate. The world is celebrating with you. The universe is celebrating with you. And with that comes the grief of transitions. And Pisces, as an archetype, as a sign more than any other, is so in touch with the feels and the needs and the hearts and the wants and the collective consciousness, like all of the pain, all of the sorrow, all of the tenderness, that it's a lot for you when you go through especially large transitions, Pisces. So this is a really big high five from the universe this month, and you really want to tend to yourself. You really want to make sure that you're stepping into what's coming next for you, and where are you focusing, Pisces? You know, focus on tender, nurturing care for yourself, and also do that in the context of moving forward, not in the context of wallowing unnecessarily. Okay, what's crossing you, hindering you, bringing you? Okay, amazing. New options, new timelines, new opportunities, new doors opening. And this is also the vision of it, the creative feel of it. This is like a new friend, a new opportunity, a new door, a new job, a new relationship, a new feeling, like a new city. I get the feeling that a lot of you might be moving. Are you like moving out of state, moving out of country? Is this like a really big move for you? Monkeys on this card. This is so interesting. They're just curious. There's a lot of curiosity here, a lot of play here. A lot of like swinging around, and the two isn't quite formed yet, right? So it's like reaching out for connection this month, connection and the vision of where you're going, the excitement of where you're going, the curiosity of where you're going and how you're going to get there, and thinking about it and the dreaming of it. It's like planning a vacation is only half of the enjoyment of the vacation. There's like studies on this that like most people get the most enjoyment out of their vacation without even going, like before they even go. It's the planning, it's the anticipation. That's what this card is talking to you about this month, Pisces. So through February, lean into the planning, the vision, the excitement of what you're stepping into, and it's going to pull you through this transition period. It's going to pull you over the threshold in a really beautiful way. Ooh, Pisces, where are you going? What are you doing? What's going on in your life? Now I'm like curious. What's here in the foundation for you, Pisces? What are you building the rest of the month off of? What's in your subconscious? Really beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You can really rely on a very solid sense of self, feeling worthy, knowing that what you are creating is just expanding beyond your personal capacity, because you know you are full of the energy of the universe. You know you are abundant, fertile. This could absolutely be trying for a family, trying for kids, even pregnant or having babies. The Empress is just like so abundant. Things just fall in her lap. Like manifestations just come to her because she's so bright, so full of worth and knowing who she is. So this is gorgeous to see in this foundation period, because as you go through any of these transitions, as you're tending to what's in your heart, you know in your subconscious, the story that you're telling yourself is how beautiful you are, how rich you are, how wealthy you are, beyond actual monetary measure, how worthy you are of what's coming to you, and also doing it in a feminine way. So calm, soft, allowing things to attract for you, not having to like go out and fight for things. It's really beautiful, Pisces. It's gorgeous to have in the time of a transition where you might be feeling tender. What are you focused on this month, Pisces? Bringing to you? Oh, death. Wow, this is the first time I think I've seen this death card. So I have been working with this deck a lot, but I haven't actually seen all the cards yet. Wow. Okay. So, it's a beautiful card and I'm getting a lot of feelings from it. You're very focused this month on the transition that you're going through, being conscientious of what you're losing and how it's bringing you to your core, right? That's what these bones represent on the death card. It's what the skulls, it's what the skeletons represent on the death card, being brought down to the absolute core of who we are, the absolute core, stripping everything else away. And there's also this like very cool, tender, beautiful, heart forward feeling, and also support that you're going to be feeling around this transition this month. It could absolutely be feminine energy, mothers, women circles, women around you this month. But there's going to be like a very grounded feeling as you are kind of taken through this initiation, wherever it is. I'm saying that because I'm looking at the color of these roses. There's roses on almost all of these cards. So this deck itself is a very rose heavy deck. But we don't see a lot of this just like beautiful cream, cool, like almost elixir feeling, like almost like milk, kind of just like calming, like a fiery, spicy tongue almost. I don't know why that came to mind, but really you're very focused this month on the huge changes that are happening for you, Pisces, and what is coming next. And also just being supported. Like you feel how supported you are. You feel how loved you are. You feel how much community is coming to be with you this month, to support you, to carry you through. And that's amazing, because what happens is you're able to address whatever anxieties you do have. You're able to be held through that as you're going through a really tough time. And you might have people that are here to kind of help carry you through, right? Knight of Wands. I'm getting the sense this is like a helper for you, someone who comes in and is able to like take action, move things. Say you are moving and you just don't know how it's going to happen. You've got a lot going on and maybe you're processing a lot and you're having a hard time making plans. The Knight of Wands energy here, clarifying the death card, just says there's going to be like helpers that are going to come in and be able to like swoop you up. Don't worry, I got it. Let me get the moving truck. Like, let me get the logistics going for you. And it kind of allows you to be in a space where you can just feel your feelings and feel the anxiety and the fears that come around the death experience. I love the Knight of Swords. I love the Knight of Swords card because it affirms when I'm having anxiety, and it also affirms for me that it's only anxiety, meaning it's not like a physical elephant in the room that's going to hurt you. It's still in our mind. It's not yet like a physical manifestation of harm. And so when we see the Knight of Swords, it's a nod to how harmful or painful or the experience of fear can be. It can keep us up at night. We might have racing thoughts. And it's also a reminder that we have the most control over our mental body before it becomes like a physical manifestation, right? So take ways to calm yourself. Remember to like sit down and grieve. Usually under a lot of fear or anger, there's oftentimes sadness. So allow that to guide you into grief, because that will wash things away and help you move through whatever this is so you can get to the happy parts that much faster. But I mean, it's not always about being happy, right? But you are on a brink of something. You are going through this period of massive change, Pisces. And so on the other side of that is a gorgeous whole new you. It's a whole new chapter of your life. Let's get a timeline. What happened in the recent past for you guys? Knight of Swords, lots of new messages, things coming in, messages coming through. I'm getting like books, reading books, ideas from books. Did you write a book? Were you given a book? Literary sense, like characters who came in and brought new things for you here. This could also be like a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of acting from your talking, plans being made, like itineraries being drawn out, budgets being put together. There's like a real sense of organization, Queen of Swords. So just, this could also be like a couple. Like I was actually getting that as I was talking, like two people sitting down at a kitchen table at night after work, like, okay, great. Next week we're going to do this and get the boxes. And then the week after we're going to do this, this, and that. And like planning it out, thinking it through, being logical, taking steps to actually manifest what you need. And this can be void of feeling. This, the swords cards in particular, but like that planning stage where you have to focus on logistics, sometimes you don't get the chance to like feel everything through a transition. So this is happening in the recent past. It makes sense then that your gift, your experience through the rest of the month that's coming will be having some time to really feel your feels. What is coming for you in the future, Pisces? What are you, oh, the Magician, so beautiful. One, this card is so beautiful. You have all of the tools that you need. You have the material, wealth, finances. You have all of the ideas, the knowledge. You have the creativity, the will, the way, the fire, the vitality, the creativity, and you have the emotions. You have the feeling for it. You know in your heart you feel connected to something, and you're strong enough to get there. This is, you've manifested. Whatever this is, Pisces, you are absolutely stepping into a manifestation that's been coming for you for a while. And also when the Magician card comes up, it's really important to be very careful of what you are saying, thinking, doing, because you're in a state of actively manifesting far more. I mean, we're always manifesting, but what's coming up here for you, Pisces, is a real potent chapter where what you are doing is actively helping you step out of the grief, actively helping you move forward from a time of sadness and pain. This could really be like moving forward from a bad situation too. Like I'm not really getting that so much. I'm getting the sense that you're just stepping into like this really beautiful new chapter, like a graduation, something that is coming for you, a new relationship. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like you've been planning for it. You know that it's going to happen. You've manifested it. You're stepping into even more manifestation, doubling down on the results that you're seeing. And it's taking you out of a sad time, maybe a place that you felt stuck where you couldn't, you didn't have the resources to make what you wanted happen. You didn't have the money, the ideas, the feeling that you wanted to get there. It was stuck. You felt stuck in the past in some way, or in past times of trying to manifest what you want. And now it's here for you. The doors are opening. The connections are here. The vision is happening. You're going through it. You're moving towards it. Opportunities are finding you. And so in the future, this is really beautiful, Pisces. You're going into a time where that feeling is going to lessen for you. You're not going to have the weight of a lot of grief or sadness or incapacity that you have been experiencing in previous chapters of your life. How are you feeling about all of this? Where are you standing? The Three of Pentacles, I love this. So this could really be a change in social circle, a change in work, a change in who you collaborate with. The Three of Pentacles in reverse says, you know, I've been working with these people, or I've been influenced by these people specifically in work, or something tangible, material, like actually working with someone. And it might be time for you to like step away and really find a new group. And before you do that, sometimes you like pull away from community or people or friends or even workspaces. Are you transitioning out of workspaces as you make a move? I just get the sense a lot of you are moving. So I'm going to keep using that example probably. But if it's something else, apply it how it fits. Three of Pentacles in reverse here. Oh, you're finding your tribe, and it's not necessarily who you've been spending time with. So you could be facing a lot of this, like saying a lot of goodbyes and also saying a lot of really juicy hellos. The Six of Cups is absolutely about soulmates. It's about nostalgia, remembering what makes you feel really good. Especially like when you were a kid, there was just that innocent connection, play, exploration. You weren't thinking about things. You weren't overthinking things. You were just doing what felt really good. And from the innocence and gorgeous like openness of your own heart, and doing it with other people and with other kiddos and having a good time and playing, and everything was full and you didn't have cares in the world and everything was provided for you, and all those things, right? So that's what's coming for you. That's what you're stepping into, but it means that you're going to have to step away from you're pulling your energy away from certain places or people or situations that you've been in currently. Speaking of who is around you, what's in your environment this month? The Hermit. Interesting. So people, places, things around you that might feel very solitary. And you might find that your community is kind of doing its own thing. This might be a process you're having because people around you are also pulling away in order to find their deep truth. So if this is like a separation, like a breakup, or if you are moving, there could be people in your environment that are also pulling away appropriately. I lived in one city for, like 20 years of my life, and then I moved about 5 years ago to a different location. And I had a really, really good friend. I had a lot of amazing, wonderful friends where I used to live. And as I got ready to leave, I had a few friends who got kind of upset, and not in like big fight ways, but like you could tell that they kind of like were getting emotional. They didn't want me to go. We were all facing a really big transition from what had been decades of friendship in the past. And there were just moments where I could tell they were pulling away to self-soothe and self-source and understand like, okay, like one of my besties is leaving. We're not going to be able to do X, Y, and Z with the family, and with the family we've created, and with the family we've created, our friends that have become, it's all going to be different. And so that's what I'm getting this month for you, Pisces, is you might be experiencing community around you who are also pulling into themselves this month and potentially pulling away, but in a way that's like really appropriate for wherever you're going, whatever transition this is for you, that are also transforming. The more that you expand, the more that you step into your truth, the more that you shine, the more that you step into the biggest iteration of yourself, you carry your field with you. You carry the people in your field with you. And so whatever you're doing, it's going to also transform your community. And they're feeling that right now too, in big ways. And don't be surprised, be supportive, take care of yourself. If people around you need a little bit more time to also go through the process that they're going through to transition into their best lives, their butterfly, they're going into the chrysalis right now as well through this transition with you. It's really beautiful. I'm just getting this sense of like this whole community really going through this together. There's like the death card here, but it's like so supported and loving, and like, I just feel you being carried through all of this. And this angel therapy card, right? It's like immediately as you're on the threshold, as you're experiencing some symptoms of big change, there's just immediate like support here from you from the other side. It's always there, but you might be feeling it particularly this month, Pisces, as you move forward. Okay, deepest fears, deepest wishes for this month, the Four of Swords. You're so ready for a nap, Pisces. You're so hoping you can just like sleep your way through this one. You're like, okay, but can we like get the U-Haul packed and ready and unpacked so I can just like take a nap here? You could also be feeling lackluster or like tired. I know sometimes if I go through big periods of transition, sometimes it takes a lot of energy out of me, right? Like you're afraid you won't be successful because of your need to rest and relax and take time out. And I'm going to suggest that you take whatever time that you need, Pisces, because especially with this Empress card in the foundation, you know deep down that the more that you do rest, the more that you do fill your own cup, the more that you lean into the support of the universe that you know is just a part of your cellular makeup, you're going to be more supported. It's that adage that says like meditate for an hour a day. But if you don't have an hour, if you're too busy to meditate for an hour in a day, meditate 2 hours a day, right? Like the meditation in itself, the rest in itself will bring you victory. We have the Six of Wands here, clarifying it upside down. It's like you're afraid here that if you do take the rest, you won't like make it. You won't be successful. You won't have the victory that you're looking for. And it's just not the case. You can rest and be relaxed, which you know deeply. So, excuse me, this is just like, I feel like a fear that has been brought up. So I, as the voice of the universe for you, as the translator of these cards, can assure you, Pisces, that like rest and rejuvenation is a huge part of a successful transition, right? We have to sleep every day. Otherwise you literally go crazy, right? Like if you just don't sleep, if you just don't rest, if you just don't take time out to rest your brain and rest this whole logic part, could you imagine staying up all night, all of the time, like making plans and like logicking your way through life? You'd go crazy. It's intrinsically a part of life to rest. So do it, Pisces. Know that you are absolutely supported, and know that the more you rest, the more you're actually allowing spirit to do its thing, which is like way better, way more resourced, can bring in way more solutions for you, perfect connections for you, perfect opportunities for you than you can logicking your way through it. We need both, but like, you know what I mean. All right, culmination for this reading for you. Culmination, Page of Wands in reverse, really sweet. This is about fanning your inner flame. This is about tending your inner child, Pisces. The culmination of all of this is like really your month is going to be about looking inside and tending the little person inside of you through this move, through this transition, and keeping that little fire alive. The thing is that if we move through transition and we don't take care of all of the little ways that we're upset inside, or if we don't take care of like our little person inside, if we leave them kicking and screaming, they can mess stuff up for us. Like we need to be integrated as we go through big transitions. And so this whole month is going to be about like how whole can you move through this whole month, if that makes sense. This is a huge stack of cards. Here's just another reading. Yep. You need to go inside. You need to take time to find your own light, source your own truth. Don't listen to anyone else. Have it come through your intuition and sit with the feelings of discomfort that you have with it. It's going to bring you to your best self and to a whole new chapter for you, Pisces. I'm so excited for you. Can't wait to hear all about it. I hope February is just the absolute best. You are incredibly supported. And we'll see you on the next one.